All right, guys, we're up and running today. We are on the juiced rip current again tonight. So we are going to go through the city and get on the other side of the river. So this will be fun. It's about 4:30. Should start hitting the traffic of people going home. That's not going to be fun, but gets me out here anyways. So I think we're going to try to get over that rail trail that we went last year that was all snow and mud. So I am taking this bike, got some battery on this thing, and I got spare batteries too for the cameras this time. So last time we didn't have batteries. So it's always fun going through the city. Not really, but if I'm gonna live here, I gotta go through it once in a while. But this is a good bike to do it on because it's faster. Another reason why I took it today. So we're going to be running here in past 2 for a while. And that's a pretty good clip on this bike. I'm at 22 miles an hour. Today was Monday. I did not go to work today because I get to go to the dentist. I hate going through the city with all this traffic. But, like I said, it's something you got to deal with, I guess. It's a nice warm day today. We're into the 80s. It is 80 out. So yeah, I get to go to the dentist today. Had 2 old cavities pulled out, the old silver ones. I put some new material in it. And those are good to go. And then I had another tooth that was cracking, so they put a temporary crown on it for right now. So we're going this way. Got to play right in traffic, but it's going to get me there faster. Speed limit on this road I can maintain, so if you're going to play in traffic, you got to play fast, like I always say. That's why we bring a fast bike. We're doing about 32 miles an hour right now, which is probably over the speed limit. And since I'm going through the city today, I am armed and dangerous, So guys, how do you like running in the city? Fun, huh? The only bad thing is when I got to run up close in these cars, I can't see the road underneath them, so I don't know if it's busted up or not, which half the time it is, so. I'm going to be buying some new camera mounts here, even though this one's a good one. All right, I can take it out of race mode now. All right, and finally relax now that I'm down through the city. We're almost to the rail trail, now that we know where it is. I think we'll actually knock this thing down into 2. So this is pretty nice. Too bad it's the city and a lot of crap goes on down here. It looks like the path goes up to the condominiums, which it does, but it doesn't really because it goes up to the bridge. And the bridge crosses the Merrimack River. Wouldn't mind doing these on the trikes too. So I got notice today. I got a phone call from a shipping company, and my 630 bike will be delivered tomorrow. So I will have the first reverse trike delivered tomorrow. And the Addmotor, who knows? I'm hoping this month though. And here we are going across the bridge, and there's no one on it today. So we can stop here so that you can see what's going on. I can look around. And yeah, this is the old city. There's the mills where they used to make shoes and stuff. So, how you doing? So yeah, 630 bikes coming in. Psyched about that. Out of the two bikes, I like the idea that that one leans over. But I also don't like the idea that it's restricted to 16 miles an hour, I think. A little more excited about the Addmotor that I believe I can get up into the 20s. I'm trying. I don't want to have to buy one. I think I don't want to buy anything. I just bought that cyber bike, and that's good enough. I did think about buying Puck Puppy trike, because that thing says that it can go 28 miles an hour. All right, I didn't want to jump in the crosswalk and make all these cars stop, so I waited for them. Now I'm gonna go. You guys doing? Not bad. I think those were homeless bikers. They certainly had some baggage with them. I don't think that's allowed on here, but who's going to stop them? Oh, technically this bike's not allowed on here because it's a class 3. Getting pretty excited about getting these. I've been waiting a long time for these reverse trikes, tadpoles, whatever you want to call them. So the electric bike, I added a crank to that. You'll see that come out before this video. That thing doesn't ghost pedal anymore. I don't know how electric feels about the fact that I changed out that crank, but I told them I did. I'm going to hoof it a little bit here today, because I want to try to make as much of this rail trail as I can. I'm just looking down to see if I put a bell in this bike, and I did. Coming through on your right. How you doing? Look like Mr. Safety again with the vest. Not as many people out here today as there probably would be during the weekend. So that's why I figured I'd hit down here today, see how far I can get. This is pretty here. You probably can't see because the railing's up so high. Some boats out on here. Pontoon boats anyways. Again, I was just pedaling along and I'm like, oh, this thing's going pretty slow. I'm in pass 2 and thought I was going slow, but it's because I keep forgetting this thing's a torque sensor bike. So we should have the cyber bike coming in this month too. That's exciting for me anyways. That's a different kind of bike than I've been used to, so plan on having some fun with that. So this trail's a lot better this time, now that it isn't snow covered. What were we on that time? We were on the X-Peak? No, I think I had ordered the X-Peak. I think I was on the Expedition. Because I think I was talking about the stuff I ordered for the bike. We're pretty high up here. I'd say we're a good 50 feet anyways. I saw one of my trike buddies out there. Was out on a rail trail today in northern New Hampshire. So, hey Carl, glad you got out there. And I bet you can't wait for your Addmotor trike. I remember going through here in the snow. It was pretty slippery right here. Again, they had to blast all this thing out, but nowadays when they blast, you see the drill marks in it. No drill marks there, so they must have been just blasting away. I should look into the history of this rail trail, see when it was actually laid out. Not the rail trail, but the railroad. I keep saying that. I got so much stuff that I do, I don't have time to do this stuff. I did some editing today, I did some filming today. I've got a video that I just created the thing in the editing software. I got to lay in the video, you know, and cut it all up, and it's going to be comparing the two moon pool trikes so that people out there, because there's a lot of questions on the Facebook thing. Hey, what's the difference between the MC350 and the TK1 other than the money? So figured I'd show them. Oh, a pauper cemetery. Never seen a cemetery for paupers before. I ended up bailing on this trail the last time because it was so bad. I was getting soaked on it. So the Magicycle, I go pull that out the other day. I haven't touched that bike, I don't know, since last fall, whatever. We might have rode it in the winter. I must have rode it in a wet day because that chain was all rusted up, so I had to free that thing up. I pulled a stupid bonehead mistake on that thing. So I go to take off in the bike. The chain, I don't know, the chain's all rusted up, so it gets stuck in the derailleur, jams up the rear wheel right away. So no big deal, I'm in my driveway. So I bend down, I start playing with the chain, and I get the oil, and I start oiling it up. I had to go get WD-40 to really, I started out with dry lube chain, which was not freeing up the rust. So I got some WD-40, freed up the rust. And yeah, then I started pedaling the chain around so that I could, you know, clean it up. The bike takes off because I still had it in pass 3 or whatever. So I grabbed the tail end of it and grabbed it at the last second, but bonehead mistake. So I haven't made it to the spot where I bailed yet. I have no idea how far this trail goes up. That's what I wanted to see. I actually think I might have bailed here and gone out on the road. Pay attention to what you're doing, Gary. Yeah, this is what I enjoy doing. It's perfect weather. 79 degrees right now. So apparently they had to reroute this trail all over the place here to go around this gas station. And technically, see, they put a bike lane here because I'm not supposed to be on the sidewalk. Went out on that electric trike there the other day. It's got the nice seat on it with the backrest and everything, and it's pretty comfortable if you're not on it for 2 hours. By the time I got home, I was glad to be off that seat. So if I continue to ride that bike, my wife's kind of taking the Moon Cool over, though I do want to take that for a ride. Now that I put some mileage on that electric, I want to go back to the Moon Cool and see how that rides in comparison to it. So the Moon Cool's got some more things going for it. It's got the directionals and the front shock, and the two of them need gears though. They both, I mean, literally 10 miles an hour, you're freaking ghost pedaling on that thing. So all I was doing, I'm riding on that rail trail, I was doing 13.5 miles an hour because that's what it's set at. And I just spinning my freaking feet. That's all I was doing. Another body of water. Doesn't look very deep though. You know, a lot of these old towns, they had mills in them, so they dammed up the river here and there. Electric bike. So it's got the same exact brakes as the Moon Cool, but that thing, the front brake on that thing squeals. I don't know, by the time I was done riding it out the other day, it had quieted down, but then the rear end started making noise on it. So I thought it was spokes on the rear wheel that had loosened up. And it turned out to be the bearing seemed to be dry. So I ended up oiling the bearing on it. I had to take the tire off, put the bike on, not on its side, but I definitely had it up in the air on that side. And I let that oil seep down that axle and lube it up, and the noise went away. So I find it strange. Those are sealed bearings on that thing, but maybe, you know, now that I think about it, it could be the fact that that axle does have a bend in it, and maybe the axle is rubbing against the housing, and that's why I was getting that tick, 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 tick noise. So, I don't know, maybe I will be putting an axle in it. It'll make a good video. So when I got that bike, the boxes beat the crap. So I actually got pictures of the tire hanging out the bottom of it. So yeah, I don't know whether they put a fork truck under it and ripped the box open and grabbed that wheel at the same time and bent the wheel in the axle or what, but when I first took it out, the wheel was really bent, and I just kind of forced it back by hand. I did true it up. It trued right up. Still going by this pond or whatever it is. Never knew it was here. Looks like I got to go down a sidewalk again, but they actually have a bike symbol on the sidewalk. That must mean they're allowing me to be up here. Now I'm going to have to watch where it goes. Like, where does the tracks go? Rail trail up ahead. Probably should have brought my sunglasses. I'm gonna have to dig those out. These turn into sunglasses, but they're not as dark as real sunglasses. It's an old chimney over there and stuff. Older building. Converted into condominiums, I'm sure, because there's a bunch of condominiums over there. Got a flagpole off the top of it. So we're in the center of town right now. I think I'm at a dead end here. Covered railroad bridge used to be here, but it ain't here anymore. So I guess we're going to have to go around. So technically the rail trail should be somewhere around here. Apparently the cars have to share the lane with me, but I don't think they're too happy about that. So what are we trucking along at right now? 32 miles an hour, so this guy in back of me is probably wondering how I can go this fast. 5:24 now, and we are up to 13.6 miles. And I think we lost the rail trail, guys. I think that might have been the end of it. I was kind of hoping that I'd find it down here somewhere. I figured if I hit a crossroad and I could take the crossroad and just go home a different way. Well, I'm gonna get a good workout today anyways. I got this thing in pass 2, trucking along at 24 miles an hour. I'm pushing on these pedals so that this thing stays at 24 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour. Usually running in 3 to do that, but I figured I'd work a little today. Get these legs built up. The weight doctor said my legs are doing good. I got to work on my arms, so in my midsection. Might be time to turn around here because we ain't getting anywhere. So kind of a bummer that rail trail didn't keep going. I was kind of hoping the thing would just go and go and go, but that wasn't the case. I thought maybe we could pick it up on the other side, but there was no indication of a rail trail over there. I gotta check out some of these other I have all trails or something like that. I pay $30 a year for it. I don't know, it ain't that great. It doesn't tell you where to park, which is a pain in the neck. There was another one, the last time I went on that trail, I took the car with the bike on it. I had the Northern, whatever the heck it was. I found that one on a different map thing, but it wouldn't let me do everything because I wasn't paying for it. But it showed me where to park, so that might be a better one to get than the one I have. So if anybody knows of a real good one, let me know. So we're at 17 miles, and according to Google, we got another 13 miles till I'd make it home. So this is going to be a good 30-mile ride. I may take the trike out for a ride, check that crank out. I might even do that tonight. I don't know. Things have plenty of lights on it, that's for sure. Yeah, that Puck Puppy trike. I have an interest in that one because it says it can do 28 miles an hour. I really wish I could find a video that's actually stating that it's doing 28 miles an hour, but I've looked around and no one's pushing it. And they never have the red one in stock, and if I buy it, I kind of want the red one. They don't have any in stock because they sell like crazy, apparently. I've reached out to them. They won't even answer my emails, so. I mean, I keep talking trikes, but it seems like that's what everybody wants to send me. I don't have anybody sending me any bikes. The last bike I got was that little baby bike. There's a couple of bikes out there that I wouldn't mind getting though. I really want to try one of these moped style bikes. So any manufacturers, I know you're not out there watching, but if you are, and you got a moped style one, there's one out there that Richard just got. I like that one. I like the way it looks, and I don't normally like the way these things look, but I like the way it looks. I like the fact that it has directionals front and rear on it. And it's supposed to be a 32 mile an hour machine, and it's got dual batteries on it. It's the Emma Railroad. That thing's got it going on. I know it's a 1-speed, no pedaling. It's just strictly a bike you're gonna get on and push it, but that thing supposedly does like 30 miles an hour with throttle, and it goes for a long time. So hell, I'll take it to work like a moped. Goffstown Rail Trail. All right, maybe this rail trail does continue.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Depot Street, then turn left onto Main Street.
No, I want to find a rail trail. Rail trail this way. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to put me on the other rail trail. Hey Siri, stop navigation. So Jerry, I finally got my garage door opener thing to work. I didn't get that adapter. I was on YouTube, of course. Saw how to make the adapter with a garage door opener remote. So that's what I did. Had to solder the wires onto it. It worked fine. My garage door opener sends out a frequency. It's just not a switch. So well, I don't know what they use for paint on these yellow school buses, but it must be single stage paint because it's all faded out. So I was considering taking the road, but we'll just go the rail trail. It's cooler. I like cool. You know, first person that actually smiled today. So not a very interesting trail. I was hoping it would be more interesting than this. I almost thought about it. I actually got my bike rack out. I was going to put it on the car and go somewhere. How you doing? Yeah, I considered going up to the ocean, and then by the time I looked at the clock, I said, by the time I get up there, it's going to be late. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that cyber bike too. So hit some of these smaller trails. I just passed a single trail there. There's another single trail right there too. I like to go down those and see where they go. You know, you could do it on this bike probably. It's probably got the get up and go to get up those hills and stuff. But this is a heavy bike. That cyber bike only weighs 55 pounds, so it's gonna be a lot better. So Bruce, if you listen, we're hoping to get down to Maryland, but we got a lot of stuff going on with her parents right now, my wife's parents. We're trying to get them moved from Florida back up here, and we were trying to get them into assisted living, but assisted living is harder to get them into than independent living, so now we're trying to get them into independent living first, which we have a room for them now, not a room, but an apartment. Currently, we put a deposit on it, but we've actually got to get them looked at, and they have to be deemed that they can live in an independent living thing. So they're being evaluated tomorrow by Zoom meeting, and if they get approved, which I think they will because they're living independently now, but they definitely are going to need assistance real soon. So if they get approved, they're gonna end up having that, and we have to get down there, we gotta get them moved, we gotta get their house sold. We're just gonna have them sign power of attorney over to somebody to sell their house so that they don't have to stay there. We gotta move their furniture back, some of it. So me and my wife's brother, we're gonna take a U-Haul, rent it down there. We're gonna fly down, we're gonna rent it down there, fill it up, and we're gonna drive it back. So, yeah, this is occupying the time that we were thinking of traveling down to Maryland. So hopefully, once we get them settled, we can get this trip back on. But yeah, it sucks getting old, guys. Pretty cool looking. This is the granite state for a reason. We got a lot of granite. Now, I see a lot of interesting things when I'm driving down trails like this. And you wonder, you know, was it an old foundation or what was there? So far we're out here 23 miles and a couple of clicks here. And we're not even down a battery bar yet. But we're running amp hours on this bike. So I looked at I said something about looking at these 48 volt square batteries so I could put it in the pack of a couple of my other bikes just to add a little more battery to them. if I want to do some exceptionally long running, without running those giant packs that I got. If I got the 48 volt one, I may take those other 2 packs, put them on my all-wheel drive bike, and maybe sell that bike. I don't use it at all. I built it for something to do. Yeah, it must have been fun cutting this through back when the train went through here. Still not a battery bar down yet. We're at almost 25 miles. But I've been staying in this lower pass pretty much all day until I get into traffic, and then I speeded it up. Yeah, I was out on the Magicycle deal last night after I had to do some adjustments to the derailleur on that thing, and it's all tuned up now, ready to go. But that thing rides out pretty nice too. I don't know, I'm just disappointed in their company. I've reached out to them a couple of times. They don't answer me back. I know the person that they had in there in the influences department. She moved on. Now we have her at Mooncool, so that's why that company stopped giving bikes out and stuff. And Juiced, I can't get any respect from them, that's for sure. Reached out numerous times. They keep sending me back a thing saying, nope, you're way too small. Like I said, I'm not even asking for a free bike, I'm just asking for an affiliate link. Now this must be where it becomes Manchester, because we pick up this paved road here. And we get the signs up, no camping, no fires for cooking. So I'm sure it's gonna get busy down here. Looks like a hydroelectric plant over there. Tell you, when you get into a situation like this way and you're going slower, it's nice to have this torque sensor. Right now, I'm pedaling. There's no power going to this bike. It's allowing me to pedal. How you doing? But if I pedal, you can hear that motor kick in. So it looks like the trees dropped some sort of flowers here. Somebody put a nice little fence there, make it look nice. You wouldn't even know you're in the city here. A nice little brook down here though. Yeah, it's more than a brook. Almost up to the bridge over the highway and the river here. You hear the jets coming in. They fly over to go into the airport. Usually when I come back from Florida, I fly in this way. Well, that's not good. How you doing? Looks like the remnants of something in there, an old bridge that they cut off. You can see the steel beams. I know the floods have washed out a lot of bridges down here in the past. Maybe they just left it in. I think I'm going to go down the other way here and see where this trail goes. See if I can get up over there a different way rather than going right through the city. Still have not come down one battery bar yet, and we're at 27.22 miles. These are really nice condominiums down here, overlooking the river. Unfortunate for them, they get this in their backyard, but not too many people down here, that's for sure. Probably get a flat tire from running over a needle down here. Jesus, I was so close that day. It's right here. I passed this thing and I said it looked like the trail. Look at those condos going in, or apartments, but I bet you they're condos. All right, we're gonna knock it into 3 now that we're back on the road. Yeah, I think I turned at this flashing light up here and it would take me down by the other rail trail. Race mode, guys. Race mode. Yes, sir. Woohoo! All right. We're at 35 miles an hour. So we've been down this before. It's a lot colder than it is today, that's for sure. Well, they finished this, but they left all these timbers here. I think they would have cleared those things out. smell creosote though. So what are we at? 31.77 miles. I don't know, we should stay out here to 40. Cameras won't last that long, but I will. And I think we're gonna make it home. And we ain't gonna have a battery bar down. You know what? I think we're gonna hit the other rail trail for a while. So this is the airport perimeter here. The runway's right out there, one of them. I know you guys probably going, rail trail? Where the hell's the rail trail? It's up here, just at the other end of the airport. That's what I'm saying. From that piece that we just came off of, somehow they have to tie that in up here. I don't know if they're gonna, the easiest thing would be use some of the property from the airport. They have a lot of field on the edge of the runways, and it'd be pretty cool too to watch the jets take off. Oh, finally got a battery bar down. Slow down so these cars can pass me because the rail trail entrance is right here. Surprised, I thought there'd be a lot more people on this. But yeah, this will connect into the other piece. I don't know, there's a piece of this that's on the other, so there's a section that turns to dirt and mud. That town needs to step it up, and then it turns to pavement again after that. So almost 7 o'clock here. Hey, nice little garden here. This is where we're gonna beat it up on the road here. So I'll be punch it up. We're gonna go fast. Now I'm at 23. Gotta give it some more gears. I'm going up a hill. 26 miles an hour, 27. We're not even race mode. We're at 28 miles an hour going up a hill, guys. 29. Let's hit race mode. 30. I'd have to push a lot harder. I don't know if I want to. I'd have to try too hard. My legs are gonna kill me tomorrow. But yeah, we're holding 30 miles an hour, heading up a hill. Not a great hill, but it's a hill. We're using about 1,100 watts. See what happens down this side of the hill. I'm out of gear. We did put the taller crank on this bike. We're at 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 36.7. Not as good as Bruce on his goat bike. Here goes the camera. How many miles are we at? We're at 36, 37 miles almost. We'll be over 40 miles when we get home. So that's a 40-mile ride today. I'm doing 30 miles an hour now, constantly, but I've got it in S mode, which is one down from race mode. This is a nice bike. I wish the company was nicer to me. So I'm gonna try throttle only in race mode. We're 29 miles an hour, throttle only, 29.3, going up a hill, dropping off a little bit. About to lose my bike lane too. I like the fact they show the little guy on a bike and then it just disappears. All right, we're gonna do an experiment. This is what it's like to ride a sidewalk in New Hampshire. How's this, Richard? Good? Ain't like a Florida sidewalk, is it? I'm getting off that sidewalk, that's for sure. Just thought we'd do a little experiment. So we're at 40 miles. 40.3, and the temperature's now down to 73. See if we can make it through this green light. If not, we're going to be slamming on the brakes here. So it looks like it's going to be a 42-mile ride. Might not quite be 42 when we get home. All right, guys, we're on the home stretch here, so nice 41 and a half mile ride. Almost 42 by the time I get to my house. So thanks for riding with me, guys. We're going to cut this thing way down. Don't worry about it, and We will see you next Saturday. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do on your way out. Thank you.